Tiger Woods has faced countless challenges throughout his legendary career, but the events of late March 2026 marked yet another deeply personal turning point, one that extended far beyond the fairways. A combination of physical pain, medication, and a troubling incident involving his vehicle placed him back under intense public scrutiny. Yet, amid the uncertainty and headlines, one figure has remained firmly by his side: Vanessa Trump. What followed in the weeks after the incident has been less about controversy and more about recovery, accountability, and support. Behind the scenes, Woods has been working through a structured rehabilitation process, while Vanessa Trump has quietly but consistently monitored his progress. Her presence has not been loud or performative, but it has been steady and, by all accounts, deeply influential. A difficult moment that reignited concern. On March 27, 2026, Woods found himself at the center of a troubling situation. Reports indicated that 2 hydrocodone pills were discovered in his possession following a vehicle incident involving a flipped SUV. The circumstances quickly raised questions, especially given Woods' history with injuries and pain management. For years, Woods has endured chronic physical issues stemming from multiple surgeries. By his own admission, he has undergone 7 back surgeries and more than 20 procedures on his legs. These aren't minor setbacks. They are the cumulative toll of decades competing at the highest level of professional golf. Pain has been a constant companion in his life, shaping not only how he plays the game but how he lives day to day. The reliance on medication to manage that pain has long been a delicate balancing act. The March incident brought that reality into sharp focus once again. A shift toward recovery and control. In the aftermath, Woods made a decisive move. Rather than allowing the situation to spiral, he entered a structured 90-day rehabilitation program designed to address both pain management and dependency concerns. Unlike past approaches, this program emphasizes non-opioid treatment methods under close medical supervision. Sources close to the situation revealed that Woods is now working with a specialized pain management doctor focused on helping him manage his physical condition without relying on addictive substances. This shift represents a significant step, not just medically, but mentally. Recovery in this context isn't only about eliminating certain medications. It's about redefining how pain is approached, understood, and controlled. For an athlete whose identity has been built on pushing through discomfort, that transition can be especially challenging. Yet early indications suggest that Woods is responding positively. He has reportedly limited his communication circle to a small group of trusted individuals, including his children, his longtime agent, and Vanessa Trump. This deliberate narrowing of focus reflects a desire to prioritize healing without distraction. Vanessa Trump's unwavering stance. If there is one consistent theme throughout this period, it is Vanessa Trump's firm but supportive role. Far from being a passive observer, she has taken an active interest in Woods' recovery process, and she made her expectations clear from the outset. According to sources, Vanessa established a non-negotiable condition before Woods entered treatment. He had to commit fully to a doctor-supervised program with no shortcuts. It wasn't a suggestion, it was a requirement. That stance speaks volumes about the nature of their relationship. It suggests a level of care that goes beyond surface-level support. Vanessa's priority appears to be Woods' long-term well-being, even if it requires difficult conversations and firm boundaries. And now, as updates from his rehabilitation continue to emerge, she is reportedly pleased with the progress being made. Her satisfaction isn't just about improvement, it's about seeing a commitment to lasting change. A relationship built away from the spotlight. The connection between Woods and Vanessa Trump did not begin under public scrutiny. In fact, their relationship developed quietly over time, away from headlines and speculation. They first became close in late 2024, bonding over shared connections through family and golf. What started as a private relationship gradually evolved into something more visible. By March 2025, the two made their relationship public via social media, confirming what had previously been known only to those close to them. Despite the increased attention, they have largely maintained a low-profile dynamic. Their interactions, whether public or private, have tended to reflect a sense of normalcy rather than spectacle. That approach has proven particularly important during difficult moments. Following the March 2026 incident, there was speculation about whether the situation might strain their relationship. Vanessa addressed those concerns in a simple but meaningful way, by posting a photo of the two together with a message of support. Sometimes, the smallest gestures carry the most weight. Support that extends beyond crisis. Vanessa's presence in Wood's life has not been limited to moments of crisis. Long before the recent headlines, she had already become an active and supportive figure in both his personal and professional world. One example came during a milestone celebration for the TGR Foundation, Wood's philanthropic organization. Marking 20 years of impact through its TGR Learning Labs, the foundation highlighted its role in reaching more than 217,000 students across the United States. Although Vanessa was not physically present at the event, her engagement was still evident. She interacted with posts related to the milestone, signaling her awareness and support of Wood's work off the course. These small but consistent actions paint a picture of someone who is invested, not just in Woods as a person, but in the broader impact of his efforts. Her support has also extended into his professional sphere. Whether acknowledging tournament moments or engaging with milestones involving fellow players, she has shown a willingness to be part of the world that defines much of Wood's identity. Family dynamics and mutual respect. Another layer to this story involves Vanessa Trump's past and her family dynamics. She shares 5 children with Donald Trump Jr., and while their marriage ended, there appears to be a level of mutual respect when it comes to personal decisions. Following the March incident, sources indicated that Donald Trump Jr. remained measured in his response. Rather than expressing concern about the relationship itself, his focus was reportedly on the safety of Vanessa and their children. This response underscores a broader sense of stability. It suggests that, despite the complexities of blended relationships and public attention, there is an understanding that Vanessa is capable of making her own choices. That autonomy has likely played a role in how she approaches her relationship with Woods, balancing personal life, family responsibilities, and her support for someone navigating a difficult period. The weight of a career defined by resilience. To fully understand the significance of this moment in Wood's life, it's important to consider the broader arc of his career. Few athletes have experienced the same level of success, scrutiny, and adversity. From dominating the sport in his early years to battling injuries that threatened to end his career, Woods has repeatedly demonstrated an ability to adapt and persevere. Each comeback has required not just physical recovery, but mental fortitude. However, the current chapter is different. It's not about returning to win another major championship or reclaim a ranking. It's about long-term health, quality of life, and sustainability. The shift from competition-focused goals to wellness-focused priorities represents a significant evolution. And it's one that requires a different kind of strength. A quieter, more personal battle. Unlike previous comebacks, which played out on the global stage, this phase of Wood's journey is more private. The focus is less on performance metrics and more on internal progress. Limiting communication to a small circle is part of that approach. It allows him to concentrate on recovery without the constant noise of public opinion. It also reinforces the importance of trust, choosing to share updates only with those who are directly involved in his well-being. Vanessa Trump's inclusion in that circle highlights her role as more than just a partner. She is part of the support system that Woods relies on during this process. Looking ahead. There is still a long road ahead. A 90-day rehabilitation program is just one step in what is likely to be an ongoing journey. Recovery, especially when it involves both physical pain and dependency concerns, rarely follows a straight path. But the early signs are encouraging. Woods is reportedly responding well to treatment, adapting to new methods of pain management, and maintaining a focused approach to his recovery. Equally important is the environment around him. Support from family, trusted professionals, and close companions like Vanessa Trump provides a foundation that can make a meaningful difference. More than just a headline. At first glance, this story might seem like another chapter in the long and complex narrative of Tiger Woods' life. But a closer look reveals something deeper. It's about accountability, recognizing when change is necessary and taking steps to make it happen. It's about support, having people who are willing to stand by you, even when the situation is difficult. And it's about resilience, not the kind that wins tournaments, but the kind that sustains a person through life's toughest moments. For Woods, this chapter is still unfolding. But one thing is clear, he is not facing it alone. And in many ways, that may be the most important factor of all.